And we are live. Hello, guys. I'm Nona Prince, joined by Harneet, and this is Indian Youth Society, and this is the Geek Talk Podcast. And today we have three topics to talk about. First of all, Thor: Love and Thunder teaser just dropped today, so we'll talk about that. Then we'll talk about the DC overall happening with Warner Bros. And Discovery merger, and then we'll talk about Moon Knight. And that just reminded me that I forgot to change the title of the stream. But until then, over to you, Harneet.
Hello. So,
After a
what are
long
we
time, huh?
starting with? Yeah, well, on my God. You know all the things that have been going on, so I don't think I need to explain it to everybody. What should we start talking about? I think the DC overall is pretty big thing that's happening. Uh, Most
We
of the
can
people
start
have
with
already.
Thor first because it's
Oh, the
yeah,
recent thing.
yeah,
So yeah, this is something it's already still feeling like a dream. We have been waiting for this trailer to come out for a long while now, and it's I don't think it's happened before that. The movie is coming in July, and we are getting a first teaser in like April,
yeah.
mid-April,
I
right?
think people are making a list of all the films, and here is Varun, guys. Welcome Varun to the stream, and I know you are
Hello,
in a
hello.
hurry, so
Yeah.
we'll sorry Harneet, we'll just quickly take his
Yeah.
thoughts on Thor: Love and Thunder
Oh.
teaser, and how shocked were you?
Yeah, I just saw it I saw it a bit late. I think your reaction had come out on the channel after which I saw. But I think it looks so beautiful.
Yeah,
And also like as soon as I saw, like I went on Twitter, people were already pointing out like comics and everything from which the visuals look inspired. And yeah, I'm actually happy that they still haven't given away like the God Butcher's look.
yeah.
Even though the look is already sort of out. People like there were like concept
It's
images and
always the
things like
toys,
that.
right? It's always the
Yeah, and
toys.
the toys also. So yeah, all those that is out, but still like seeing him in action. I really like the teaser, but I still think like Thor Ragnarok's like first teaser and the trailer, like that's one of the best teasers of all time. I like that teaser. Like it is genuinely one of my most favorite teaser. Like I can just watch the teaser again, and I also like the movie a lot. This one, I still feel like what they have shown in this teaser is barely like the first half an hour of the film again. Like I think that's when he'll get a flashback or something of him training and becoming like fit again, and he's like going around with the guardians and joking around with them and all that, and then like whatever happens in the movie, like we still don't know much. We do know that he's going to visit like different type, like he's going to see the Greek gods and things like that. We saw, I think, Zeus or someone like with the thunder thing. um I think I'm not sure, but people were talking, like there were rumors about which actor will play Zeus. And so yeah, like I think he'll be visiting like the Greek mythology sort of universe within the MCU, and that's the sort of new thing that we'll be exploring. And yeah, I just it looks great. I think that's the main thing.
And Thomas in the chat, welcome Thomas, and he asked, "Do you think Guardians will have a pretty big role in the movie?"
Not much, I don't think so.
Harneet?
Yeah, I don't think so. Like Varun said, they are going to be in the first 30 minutes or so of the movie, even if that they are for their long, but they are just going to drop off Thor at some place and then go away. I
Yeah.
think that's the whole thing that they're going to do.
Thomas is saying when Quail said, "Look at something you love," and they stare at each other with so much intensity, unless dash dash dash. I don't know. I don't think they are going there. But okay, you said first half an hour. What about that last scene, dude? You have to talk about that last shot. I thought they'll not
Thor.
reveal that in the trailers and at all, and they just gave it out in the teaser itself. So
I
thoughts on
think
that?
the like some of the merchandise photos and all that which came out, like they all had the Thor. I think she's
Lady
called
Thor, right?
Mighty Thor or something
Oh,
like
Mighty
that.
Thor. Okay.
Not Lady Thor. I think Mighty Thor is the name. So, uh, yeah, like it had her pictures and all that, and so. I knew that they were going to show her. I just thought they won't show her in costume. Like they'll just
Yeah,
show her just like that picking up the Mjolnir or something. But the costume, like they showed that, it's still like it's a bit dark and like some battle is going on, so it's not clear. But I mean, it looks very comic accurate. I think, yeah, I mean, I'm very curious to see how they will adapt that sort of like storyline into this movie, because yeah, that storyline is a bit serious at many moments. So I'm curious to see how like Taika Waititi will adapt that.
yeah. Harneet and Varun,
Yeah,
whenever you wanna
I was
leave,
not.
just say bye and leave. Okay, don't have to be very.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Harneet.
Yeah, I was not that surprised with the reveal because they have shown that it's a plot point in the Comic Con itself. Like she was holding the Mjolnir at the Comic Con, so
Yeah,
knew that this was going to happen, right? So, and as Varun said, the shot that we have seen is pretty dark, and her costume is not very easy to make out in that shot.
yeah,
So yeah, it's some they had to show something, right? Because 99% of the teaser is has nothing to do with the actual plot of the movie. So they had to show something at the end, like, okay, it's a teaser, but okay, here is something that you can talk about. And as a result, we are talking about it. So yeah, I think this is a good kind of reveal where they don't show how she becomes Thor and why she becomes Thor, but yeah, she becomes Thor. That was pretty evident, and we know now, okay, it's a plot point in the movie.
yeah. And I think Thomas is asking about the hammer, like Mjolnir. That also the broken one. It's like
Mm,
joined
yeah,
together. It can be like a
yeah.
VFX trickery for the trailer teaser, but
Hmm.
that was
But
surprising.
I think that image was there on like some T-shirt or some toy also. So
Even the
Oh,
toys,
yeah,
the Mighty Thor is holding the broken Mjolnir, which is like somewhat joint. And by the end of the movie, she might lose it again, right? She might not be the permanently Thor in the MCU.
mm,
It
yeah.
might be just for this movie, so we'll see about that.
AK says
yeah.
those people who are sad because they didn't show Gore in the trailer, just imagine when Thor 4 TV spots will come, they will say stop please. And also like Doctor says so many TV spots are coming. I'm not watching any
Yeah,
of them.
me neither. I mean, that's just a normal part of marketing for all movies these
Plus,
days.
they're
Like
so
they just show it.
inconsistent.
Yeah,
If you compare two, three same shots in different TV spots, even the lighting and the color grading is so different in
Yeah.
these shots, and it's
yeah.
I
becoming
think
so
someone
confusing to
someone someone
track them.
posted a scene that in the second trailer there's a scene where Doctor Strange is standing, the girl American or something, and behind her
America
the
Chavez.
different version of the love interest.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
in the
I saw
new
that.
TV spots,
Yeah,
she's not there. Like they
he's
have removed her.
not there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. But
Mm.
Manoj says my best friend Varun is here. Where are you, Manoj? Where are you?
Hello, Manoj.
You think post grade scene we might see Loki from Loki series?
That's too far to think about now.
But I don't want Loki. I don't
Yeah,
want Loki and Thor to meet. I think that storyline between them has not resolved,
yeah,
but it
yeah.
has been done with. Like I don't want them
Hmm.
come together. Loki may show up like in
I
some other way or form,
Either
but
Loki may show up, or I feel like in the Loki TV series, like a variant of Thor might show up. Like something like that is bound to happen. But I don't think they'd ever bring Loki back to the main timeline. Or
yeah,
like they'll make like Loki is just separate from the main timeline. They have like thousands of variants to, use in their show or whatever. But I don't think like he's just separate now. And I want it to be like that.
yeah. I also
Plus,
don't
he's
want
not
that.
our Loki, right?
Yeah,
The basic point is that he's not our Loki, and we don't want the main MCU Thor to meet some other kind of
Hmm.
Loki and cheapen the moment that they had at the end of
Yeah.
yeah,
in the Infinity War movie. So
yeah,
that would be like we talk about Iron Man and bringing a variant of Iron Man and cheapening the effect that he had on the movie. So
yeah.
these are the
Hmm.
things that they have to take care of moving forward, not bringing certain characters together on the screen so that these things don't happen.
Shike says nothing new in there in the multiverse of madness teasers. Okay. Guy, these movie has to be at least 2 or 30 minutes because they had to show Gore's story, make Jane worthy, and also make Thor more powerful. I've been here, like I'm really surprised that Doctor Strange is gonna just be 2 hours 6 minutes. I'm really surprised.
Yeah.
And like the tickets for the film is already out in my area.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit. I cannot
Yeah, I
book now
think
because I don't
Here,
know what
here
Marvel
will
I
has
happen.
don't
started
even
doing
know. Here I don't even know where I will be on 5th of May, so I can't even book the tickets. It's,
It's actually less than a month now, surprisingly.
Yeah,
Time
it's
is just
6th
going
May,
fast.
right? So it's all like 12,
I
18
know
days.
when
yeah,
the tickets released. So I have booked my tickets.
Oh, okay.
And it is. I'm not sure exactly. But I'll be going on Saturday, not the Friday that it is releasing. But
Oh,
it's still like, like over here at least, like before Monday you can like get full refund. So that's why I booked
oh,
it.
okay.
So,
But there's no
yeah.
New York premiere, something like that, special screening kind of thing.
I mean that all comes up later, like around 2 weeks before release, and those tickets go away in 1 minute, 2 minutes, something. But yeah,
There's a rumor that in India it will get an early release. What? Thor?
I think Doctor Strange too, Multiverse of Madness.
I don't
No,
think
I
so.
don't think so. It's because it's already showing 6th. Like you can
Oh,
book tickets for 6th. So I don't
okay,
know.
then maybe Thor.
You think they are going to show a Rocky style training montage for Thor? I would love to see that.
Maybe, maybe,
Manoj
yeah,
was making fun that I already had like a body like Thor and now they're changing it. It was so hard to maintain.
They had
yeah.
like MCU opened up so many avenues for like new cosplayers, so, but now they're going
Hmm.
back on it.
Yeah.
uh, सर डॉक्टर स्ट्रेंज हरामी है क्रिस्टीन और से शादी कर लिया तो एक और यूनिवर्स क्रिस्टीन को उठा लिया औरत का चक्कर बाबू भैया all right, anything
He
else
did that in
from
What If also.
yeah. Anything else? I think Thomas also said that he didn't like the helmet of Jane. It felt off. I think when we get a good view of it, we'll like it.
See the first teaser, right? They
Yeah.
will obviously touch
Hmm.
up some visual effects later on.
Yeah.
Plus the
But
I
lighting,
like
it was
the
a dark lighting kind of a situation, so you don't know what
yeah,
kind of shadows were falling.
I like the blue and golden suit which they showed like for
yeah.
Yeah,
2 seconds,
yeah,
I think. But yeah.
With thoughts, right? Like very
yeah.
colorful
Yeah,
Thoughts,
kind of
thoughts.
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
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 But
Hmm.
yeah. Anything else from the teaser we didn't talk about? Did you hear about the
Not
Marvel actor got arrested from Eternals? No, dude, he didn't get arrested.
Oh
That's
yeah,
like he
I
just
saw that.
like he was let off. He was just drunk. He was just let off there. Uh,
He's now the
No, he's
Joker
actually
actor.
not just Marvel, he's also a
Yeah, yeah.
DC
He's
yeah.
actor
not now
now.
Marvel actor. He's now Joker actor. So
So anything else from the teaser? Anything special? Guardians were there. We saw
Hmm.
Valkyrie. Something's happening in New Asgard. We have seen
Yeah.
in I think some shows that Newsline is there that New Asgard political problems or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
she's not
So
liking to be the queen of Asgard. Like she's finding it too
yeah,
much.
Maybe,
yeah.
yeah.
Plus, we are seeing that the Asgardian technology is back. Like they are way too advanced now again.
Yeah,
Like in
Yeah.
the Infinity
flying
War
ships.
movie, we saw that they were
Yeah.
fishermen, just fishermen, and now it's like they are way too advanced again, and they
But
have
at
all
that
these like
moment,
floating
they were
boats and
also
everything.
this, right? It was
Yeah, they were
in the
just
snap.
settling
Yeah, it
down.
was in the snap also.
Yeah.
5 years. So maybe
Hmm.
after the snap, like there is
I mean,
after
or maybe
Endgame.
they had the ships, we just did not see because
Yeah,
I
maybe.
think
Yeah.
both of them had come by car and all that. So, yeah.
I think going to sleep and suddenly I realized why did they Hulk and Rocket had to go on a truck to reach there? They could have taken the Quinjet and just land there, right?
You know what I actually thought about that? I thought maybe they like Avengers, just like any other army people, like they have rules and laws, so they have to land the plane at like a landing zone or something like that. Like they
Okay.
can't just, unless it's a battle, they
Or it
can't
was
just.
like a
land.
mountainous area and they didn't have a landing zone maybe.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's a
that could
Quinjet. You
also.
can just like
Yeah,
hover.
they can go and Hulk can jump. Hulk can carry
Yeah.
rocket and jump from there. Yeah. But
Uh,
one thing that people don't know is that
Anyway,
the spot where Odin had died and the hammer actually got broken, that same area, that's where New Asgard is set. Like that is where
oh
they,
yeah, you
yeah,
told
Norway,
me.
right?
You told me.
Yeah,
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 yeah, it's in Norway. Yeah,
yeah.
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 but
So
Uh,
that some shots behind the scenes show that, right? They have a ceremonial thing, a site where Odin died and the hammer broke off. So they
hmm,
have this whole thing going on, a play going on there, showing
hmm,
their previous things that Thor and all those did. Like they showed in Thor Ragnarok also, right? the Loki's play.
Yeah.
So they have some same kind of thing going on here, and some pretty famous actors are again back for cameos and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think the Harry Potter effect is going to happen here, as in that the characters of Asgard are going to go more Muggle clothing instead of their own style?
Hmm.
Uh, like I wonder, will that affect the general public that aliens are living on their land?
Some
No,
it should
we saw them, right?
maybe.
We saw the technology and the architecture coming back. Like now, this new Asgard looks more like Asgard than it looked before, right? So
But they are on
obviously,
Earth,
all the
right? Like,
costumes
will
are
they
coming back.
share the
Hmm.
technology, like the
I mean,
Wakanda
a
thing,
lot
right?
of people don't know about Wakanda also within the
Like
MCU.
it might be the
Like that
same thing
could
going
also
on
seem
with
like an alien
the
place.
political unrest that we were talking about. Why Valkyrie is sitting in a suit with one other bunch of politicians? Maybe
I
Yeah.
thought she
the
came
kind
from
of
the
thing
sets
going
of
on.
Men in Black.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think that's it for Thor teaser. Let's go to the second option.
I'm going
Yeah,
now.
sure,
Bye
sure, dude.
guys.
See ya. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, Varun.
Bye.
And Manoj, now it's time for you to join.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
like a mutually exclusive kind of thing. Either Manoj can be here or Varun.
We try our best to include everyone, but yeah, not possible. What do you think would be the name of Asgard fishing business that was shown in Endgame? Probably
That
something
was
like
not a
Asgard
business.
Fisheries. But yeah, let's come to DC, like the overall happening. I'll just go through the pointers, what the interview had. Do you think the post-credit scene of Multiverse of Madness will be the trailer of Thor 4? No. They have been doing that. I'm not a fan of showing trailers in post-credits. Like they showed for Doctor Strange in No Way Home, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
It,
not
it takes
like,
away from a lot of
yeah.
effect that you had from the movie itself.
Just show a scene or just a shot or, just like that.
Some kind
Teasers.
of post credit,
Teasers. Yeah.
yeah, some kind of post credit to tease the movie.
Okay, new DC WB Discovery wants to overhaul DC Entertainment. Variety says they want a Kevin Feige like leader. They want DC. They think that DC lacks a coherent and creative brand strategy, and they also said they want to make DC a separate entity itself instead of being part of Warner Brothers or something like that. They want to revitalize characters like Superman. They think they have Superman is not being utilized well. They want more stuff like Joker, which is like a one-off movies, which have been, and can be
DC
independent
Black,
and can
yeah,
explore
they call it
different
DC Black
characters.
label.
Like they said, side characters or B characters or those kind of things. So that was their basic. So we have what we have understood. But I think the first question has to be, Harneet, will the Snyderverse be restored?
I don't think so. Like from the interview itself, if you talk about it, the more focus is towards the lesser known characters which have more potential to show
Yeah,
like different kind of stories, not the conventional superhero movies which with a sky beam or something.
yeah,
They want proper stories to be told from DC. Like if you see Gotham by Gaslight and other DC animated movies, they show proper movies rather than a conventional superhero movie, right? So I think that is the main focus of this new overhaul. Plus, it's high time, right? It's high time that they have a separate DC leadership and see a separate leader for DC, and not be influenced by what Warner Brothers wants to do with DC and to do with like when Disney acquired Marvel Studios and they gave all the control of Marvel Studios, not just movies, but TV shows, comics, toys, everything to Kevin Feige, and he has influence on everything. Like obviously, he doesn't influence comics book that much. He has given that freedom to the creators, but there is a kind of consistency going on now. Like we
yeah,
had Netflix shows, we had some other Marvel shows, like we had ABC shows from like Agents of Shield, right? So there was not that coherency, and now that Kevin Feige sees everything, you can connect movies and shows very easily. You can connect the plot points very easily. It's very coherent to do things, and it's high time DC does that. We have like take Justice League for example, right? They had to do it twice to make it right.
yeah,
Even BVS, like they had to bring out the Ultimate Edition to do it right. So
yeah,
there is something going on behind the scenes which is preventing them to do things right. Like they have all the content, they have the team to do it, they have proper actors to do it, but there is something in the leadership or behind the scenes that is preventing them to do that. Like why, like we normal people, we as a general public, we speak about like this is the easiest thing to do. Like, why don't you take the easiest road and just do a good movie? Like, you have the shots, you have all the content. Why don't you release the movie at the first go? Like, what is the strategy there? And they have been doing it again and again. So, all these like behind the scene decisions, leadership decisions. Like,
Yeah.
we know DC has the potential to be like bigger than Marvel, right? Their superheroes, their characters, and everything, the storylines, even. So, and I think it's high time, and if it's successful in the next 5 years, we might see some great content in the live action format as well from DC. And I think it's a right step in the right direction that Discovery is taking and giving DC its full autonomy to do its own thing. So
Yeah.
let's see. And the thing about DC Black Label, I think that's a good way to go about it. You don't need to copy everything Marvel does, right? And Marvel is backing itself up to in a corner, right? Like with every new movie, they have to show like why these characters can't be kept together. Like they are in a same universe, and so
Yeah.
that's why they are not focusing on Earth right now. They are more focusing on gods in different dimensions, gods from different mythologies, and then multiverse and different dimension also. Because
Yeah.
they are in a corner. If everyone is in the same planet, you will not be able to justify why they are not together or why they interfere.
Yeah.
So DC has that capacity to do things very differently, and the fact that they want to do stories with lesser known characters and show good storylines to the audience, I think that's a good idea, and people will appreciate it. Like did appreciate Joker, right? We appreciated Joker to a extent. We didn't want origin story because that's the mystery of the character. But once we
Yeah.
got it, we actually appreciate the movie. Like it's a good movie with a good social message and everything, like the reality of the society and everything. So I think focusing on that will also be a good idea content wise, plus like business wise. Like it doesn't cost that much to make a movie, that grounded kind of a movie, right? So
Yeah.
and it if it even does like 600, 700 million, that's a win for them. So let's
Yeah.
see how it goes. The plans have been made previously also. Let's see how the execution goes this time. Hoping for the best.
Mixing says they can do both DC Dark and DC Coherent universes. So a lot of questions. Mixing only said, do you think if DC has a full reboot, will they give Henry Cavill another chance? I don't think they're gonna do full reboot. And I think we all demand Henry Cavill, and he's such a big name. It would be like a wrong choice to not have him continue.
Superman is a very volatile topic to talk about, considering that we have a Val's TV show coming up. We had it. I don't know if it's gonna come now, and we had different Superman things going on. We have Superman and Lois TV show also, and then we have the Henry Cavill Superman. I like the fact that Henry Cavill has been very silent about these things. He doesn't want the controversy to fall on himself with any
I think
statement that he
someone
makes.
said that WB and Henry Cavill both have unfollowed each other on Instagram, Twitter. I think he's not on Twitter, but Instagram, yeah. And like I don't know how what to read in these things,
Yeah.
unfollowing things and all. But let's see, yeah. I think there's no one who doesn't want Cavill to come back.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't. It's just that they're finding right, and also they're writing this right, a Black Superman story. I think
See,
the
I
writer
have
just
been a
put
fan
in,
of Henry Cavill as Superman for a long time, but I didn't like the fact that they went very dark with him from
yeah,
the start, and I have been very vocal about it. Like, you can't have every character be a dark character in a universe. Like, obviously, if Batman movie succeeds by him being dark, you don't expect Superman to be dark just for the movie to succeed, right?
yeah,
Uh, I want them to take a different direction with Superman, him being more hopeful and that kind of a symbol that he is in the movies. But I want Henry Cavill to be back for that. I want him justice to be done to Henry Cavill plus Superman, both of them.
yeah.
So, uh,
Uh, Anish Kapila says DC does not need a complete reboot and just a good continuity at this point. Even if they move on with the post the Flash timeline, do it properly. And also, I think Amrik had this question: do you think this will affect the Flash story and they'll change the plot with reshoots? Yeah, man. I think it can change if they think some like they thought how to progress is different, and if they continue like whatever W had planned for the DC universe, if they are okay with it, they let it go.
You know, it's
Let's
a
see.
chance for DC to use this Flash movie as a soft reboot for DC.
They
You
already
know,
are doing
with the
it,
same
right?
character.
Like
See,
it's
we don't
already
know what the
out.
Flash movie is all about,
No, I think, but it's
but
like
I think it's too late,
from
and now it's too
sources.
late for reshoots and everything.
Yeah, and with the whole Ezra Miller thing, which
Yeah.
Manoj did tell me that some reports are coming that it was not his fault. He was at the right, but they just because he's a star and
You know,
something.
that has
But
been done for Johnny Depp also. Like Johnny Depp has been in the right, but Warner Brothers did drop the axe on him. So it would not be very strange thing to see that Ezra Miller gets out
yeah,
of the DC.
and then I think from WB also it came out right that he was behaving very like he was not in his best mental space when he was shooting, and all of that also came out. So
Yeah, Ezra Miller has a lot of bad PR going for him. I don't know what's gonna happen with him. His
yeah,
character is.
but yeah, Flash movie is in from the start, man. I
I,
don't think
I'm
it will
not
come
as
out.
excited about it now. I don't know why.
Yeah. Henry Cavill is what you got when you draw Superman with Shaktiman. Shakalaka boom boom pencil. Same for Batfleck in my opinion. It was delayed, so reshoots are possible, and there have been reshoots in which they don't kill Batfleck and remove the Snyderverse, but just send him to an alternate timeline. Yeah, so basically the story was out that like he does a soft reboot, time travel, something like that. When Michael Keaton's Batman becomes the main Batman, uh,
Hmm.
Superman is no more. He never came to Earth or something like that.
Hmm.
And Batfleck is left in a world in the future world which we saw in Snyderverse, and he'll be trying to contact the Flash. And yeah, so those are the and Supergirl will become instead of Superman, Batgirl instead of Batman, and all of that stuff. So yeah, Ansh Kapila
Eh,
says DC not only have the capacity, but they also have the destined to be the goat. WB showed incompetence with their DCU handling, and with just a little cane, DC can be wonders. Let's hope for the best. Yeah, let's see.
it's not that simple to talk about. Like when we talk about DC, it's not just about the DCEU or the
Yeah,
DC movies, right? It's a big company. Like they have their own comic book lines, they have
yeah.
their own animated shows, they have their toy lines, and
TV
several other
shows.
things,
Yeah,
TV shows, right? So it's not that simple that if DCEU is right on the backtrack, it will all be fine. Like they need to think about it in the sense that a person who will, bring coherence in all the things, in all the product verticals of the thing. So it's we just talk about the DCEU movies that we want them to be good, but from their perspective, it's a bigger business decision to make. So it's not that easy, and it's not going to be in the next 1 2 months. It's gonna take a long time.
yeah. Fun fact: the Flash movie was announced a week after the premiere of the Flash TV show. Now the show will end after becoming the longest running superhero show ever before the release of the movie. Efficiency. It's like
That's a fun fact.
ironic, right? That both are DC properties, and one is like going on, season 9 is announced, and one is like not even, no, like, delayed again. Yeah, in that story, Zod killed Superman when he was a child, so he never comes to Earth. I think there were little more questions. They showed they should follow the DC animated universe storyline that would be very successful and make Bruce Timm the Kevin Feige of DC. Uh, I don't know, man. I think animation production is different than live action because there's a lot of different things to take care of. I think we were discussing before the stream. I still think Greg Berlanti has the best. I don't know. Maybe he fails, but I think he is the best shot right now to because he's already done that for the TV universe, and giving him more freedom and more have a creative voice. I think he can do wonders. Like you cannot create a new kind of figure. They did that in the past. They gave Jeff Johns and Jim what's his name, Jim Lee, right? They gave them
Yeah.
to take care of it, and it didn't work out. And then the Snyder thing happened, and they were removed. They were okay, you focus on comics. So it didn't work out. They are comic people. They cannot really handle it.
See, the thing is, they can't bring somebody totally new from outside who has no idea what DC is to handle DC.
Yeah.
You need someone from the inside. Like Kevin Feige has been associated with Marvel since the Fox movies, right?
Yeah.
Fox X-Men movies.
He
He
used
was
to. He
there,
was
like he was
a
a
AD. He was a
AD,
AD to
yeah.
this guy, right? Richard Donner.
Yeah,
So
he was
like,
AD and he used to supply comic books, smuggles comic books to Wolverine and other
yeah,
actors because they were not allowed to take, inspiration from the comic books.
yeah.
So he has been
You need someone
passionately
passionate like
following that.
him.
Yeah. So like Jeff Johns has been associated with DC for a long time. Greg Berlanti is there, but you don't have a in see in my knowledge, I don't know anyone of that sorts. If there is anyone who is that passionate and that good of a businessman also, who knows how to negotiate. Like Kevin Feige has been dealing with Sony also, Fox also,
Yeah.
and other studios to make these movies a success. Right? He has been sharing Hulk. He has with Paramount. He's been sharing Spider-Man with Sony. So you need a good negotiator, a good businessman
If
also.
if I'm not wrong, this story came out that when Sony and the Marvel deal hadn't happened, and Ken Feige had gone to Sony to talk about sharing Spider-Man as an entity, and I think it was Amy Pascal only. See, Sony head, she threw a sandwich at him and told him to get out. Like that's what I've like. It's a rumor or something that happened, and then we know like they're sitting together for No Way Home promotions, and we always all been in touch, and all of that stuff.
Like, I don't know if it's true that she threw a sandwich, but yeah, obviously Sony had a big ego problem that
Not
they
like
didn't want to
sandwich at
share.
him. She was like having it and just threw it like just get out of here
Ha,
and all
might be,
something like this.
might be.
Something rude basically. Honestly, I don't really want Snyderverse to restored. I feel like it's gone fail Mr. See, my thing with Snyderverse is that right, you want to invest in something which will grow in future.
Yeah,
Snyderverse's vision is that I'll end the narrative, and that's
yeah.
in a good way. Also, you can just have one and put on HBO Max and all of that. But the amount of money that project will need, the actors need their dates, and because these actors are doing same movies in a different universe, and it will just be too confusing. So all of these things, just having Snyder's vision because it was already 70% shot and everything, to just release it, it's a different thing. But to initiate a new project, from scratch, it's not easy because you have to bring the actors also. They are busy, they are doing a lot of work. It should be worth it, and how many people will subscribe for HBO Max just to watch that, right?
See, these are two separate discussions altogether. Like talking about restoring the Snyderverse is all about those three movies, and that's it. You don't have any vision after that because you can't continue after that.
Yeah,
And when we talk about DC and DCU and all those things, that these are long-term plans. Like Marvel has been thinking about it movies way ahead of time, and they're not just focused on a trilogy or a director's vision or that kind of thing. And that's why they're successful in bringing this linearity in the movies, right?
yeah,
Because they plan ahead. And when we talk about Snyderverse, it's just you said that's a director visions about three movies and then closure. And Zack Snyder will be like, I'm done up. Done. I have done my thing. You continue how you like it. And that's now how these things work, right? When
yeah.
you want to make a universe out of this.
See,
So
I'll
the
just
sooner they
say,
realize,
yeah.
the better.
I'll just say if there are 5 people watching the stream right now, if any one of them is from Discovery, hire me. I'll do a wonderful job and you will be happy. You'll
Yeah.
not
You
regret
you
the
have the
decision.
animation degree also. So
According to you, what should be the soft reboot? I don't want, like, it's just such a complicated thing, right?
yeah,
Like, do you
that's for
want to
them
or
to
not
decide,
to?
right?
Yeah,
That's for them to decide. Like we are not here to make decisions for DC. We are not in any position to make any decisions for DC. We are just here to watch good movies and appreciate them. And, okay, like we do complain when they put out bad movies, and that's the response they'll get. But we are not here to make plans for them. Like
yeah.
how do it's your you are
But
making good money out of it. You decide.
I would say that having DC as a separate entity altogether will definitely make the vision very clear, because right now it's like, oh, Warner Brothers want to do that and they want to invest money in the other projects also they are doing. So multiple things they have to take care. They cannot spend too much money on this one and that one. But DC will get a budget, and then they just have to worry about the films they are making. They didn't have to think anything else that the whole production, the Warner Brothers Discovery is doing.
See, when you have a lot of decisions to make these things happen, like, do you want to invest in a new DC movie or will you make another Harry Potter movie?
Yeah.
Like, they
Oh
have
man,
a
the
lot
Harry
of
Potter.
production studios, right?
Yeah.
They are not doing anything right. Like, it's not just the DCU if you think about it. Like, the Fantastic Beasts movies,
Oh
they are
man, what
like
a crap.
declining with an,
Like
right?
I've not even
So it's
like I forgot the first movie. I've not seen the second movie, and I don't even care about the third movie.
yeah. So that's how it works. Like they have a lot of decisions to make, and they weigh the pros and cons of everything, and they make like separate individual movies as well. They have their own production houses as Harry Potter and others.
Yeah.
That and then you have these DC movies. So for them, it's just another production house. They
Yeah.
have nothing to do with like decisions based on creative independence and everything. So as you said, being a different, separate entity, it's gonna solve a lot of problems for them.
But I have to say that we have to address this that Warner Brothers was our childhood. That logo came and we were so excited whenever that we know that film will be amazing, and I think it will be no longer that case. I don't know how the new logo gonna look or something. There are some pictures, but I don't know when we'll see the first time that Warner Brothers Discovery film. There'll be no longer Warner Brothers. And they had their own, arc. Like they started as, people who like
See, they
brought
had their own
movies.
peak also. Like
Yeah,
when the movies, as you said, were very, you were confident that the movie is gonna be great just because Warner Brothers had
yeah.
produced it.
Like whenever that logo came, like you were excited.
Yeah.
Just bring in an Ivy League pass out DC fanboy. She would do wonders. According to you, okay. Somewhat related to DC, do you think Amber Heard will be found guilty? Oh man, let's not just get into that discussion, man. It's we don't care, man. It's just we don't care about the superheroes and what's
You know,
happening there.
if you still look at it, the Matrix movies, the Dune movie, Harry
Yeah,
Potter movies, Inception, Tenet, Hobbit movies, like everything has come out from like Warner Brothers.
yeah.
Clash of the Titans, Kong
I don't
movies.
think Lord of the Rings is from WB.
It is,
No,
it's
no, no. I
showing
don't
it
think
as.
so. No, no, no. I don't think so.
Wait.
If someone in the chat can let us know.
And then like It movie, The Conjuring, The Exorcist, Sherlock Holmes,
Yeah.
you know, Dunkirk, like Sully, Dunkirk, American Sniper. All these individual movies are also from Warner Brothers,
Yeah.
and these are like amazing movies if you think about it.
Ramil Hirsch says, anyone else think Natalie Portman plays a variant of Thor from another universe, or is it really her from MCU getting? I think it's
The
her, man. They'll
Hobbit
not get
is
into
from
multiverse
Warner
in that
Brothers.
film. No way they're gonna.
I'm saying, I'm saying Hobbit is from Warner Brothers,
But not Lord of the Rings, right?
not Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Hey, Sana Zahra is here. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. Oh my god. Oh my
Nice one,
god.
man.
You're so right with that. W is going through that arc now. Oh my god.
Like Mad Max 300. I can't even like think about anything else. Like, can you imagine?
Dude, they were like one of the best, and then it just, they just fell. And this is the perfect quote. Someone should make a picture or meme of this. I'm sure
Mm.
someone would have made it already, but Sana Zera, amazing. Well said. And I think that's the perfect way to, end this topic and move on to the next one and the last topic of tonight, which is Moon Knight. Ta-na-na-na-na-na-na. What do you think of a Rebel Moon and its casting? I don't know what's that. Star Wars
Who?
Rebel Moon?
Acha, I
I
don't
have
follow
no
Star
idea.
Wars that
Star
much.
Wars, we both, I don't think, have any idea about these things. You can let us know what do you think about that. But yeah, let's come to Moon Knight. People already know my thoughts from the reactions, but what about you?
See, I think it's repetitive of me to say every time a new Marvel show comes up that this is the best Marvel show ever. But I think Moon Knight truly deserves the praise it's getting. Like it's very different, it's very gritty, it's very dark. Plus, it's nothing Marvel has done before.
Yeah,
Maybe the template is same that the villain has the same powers or something like the hero, but still it's feeling very different every time. I haven't watched anything related to Moon Knight or read anything. I haven't read a comic previously. I just know the character. there is this character who has like multiple personality disorder.
Yeah.
But watching it coming on the big screen, plus Oscar Isaac, man, he is too good with these things. Like Oscar Isaac is a truly talented actor. If you have seen some of his work
Yeah.
previously, like he
Dude,
was,
just like the transformation, it looks like two different
yeah,
people. Like that scene, right?
yeah,
In the last episode. There's not even cut also. It's just from Mark he
yeah,
becomes Spencer. Like, oh
yeah,
my god.
yeah.
Amazing.
He's too good. Like he has done some amazing work previously, and Oscar Isaac, I think it's a perfect casting for Moon Knight to play a person with personality disorder. Plus the Moon Knight character, they are doing true justice to it in the show. Like it's as gritty as you want it to be. Plus, still they have a PG-13 rating, so uh, it's nice. It's that Disney show. Plus, I can't even explain. Like it's very different. Like you have never seen this kind of like story writing, this kind of direction, this kind of screenplay
Yeah.
done by Marvel anywhere.
And I
Like
love
if you
that.
think about it, compares to Daredevil and
Yeah.
the Punisher series. Like plus they have better stories than that.
And no connection with
We
MCU yet.
yeah, no connection. Yeah, they don't have any baggage. Like
Yeah.
they mentioned somewhere Madripoor,
Yeah,
they
in the third
mentioned in
episode.
the
Yeah.
third episode, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think they even talk about Avengers or like any other character also, the
Yeah.
blip or anything like that. So that's refreshing to see now because every new Marvel thing that comes out has to, pay homage to everything that has come before, and them not doing it and them not doing it in a way that it doesn't feel unnatural is something very, clever of them to pull off.
Yeah.
Uh, Plus the new thing about MCU gods that we are going to see the Thor movie also, and this that they is the Egyptian pantheon of the gods. Then there's the Norse pantheon that the Thor comes out of
Yeah.
from. Then there is the other god that they are going to explore in the movies. So yeah, that's something that's very new of Marvel to do, and it's like a MacGuffin for them. Like other dimensions have nothing to do with MCU,
Yeah.
like the snap, Infinity Stones, and these things don't affect other dimensions,
Yeah.
right? So this is very. They have found a way to counter that. Why did the gods get affected or anything? Because they are in another dimension. So like that's very clever of them. Plus, all the characters I think are very nice. The actors are doing great on their part, and the story is flowing very nicely. Like when we jump to Egypt suddenly in the third episode, and I think that's it plays to the part. Like whenever something happens, we always talk about why is it all happening in the Manhattan Island? Why is nothing getting out of here? And them not addressing Spider-Man as the Avengers because they are not even in the Manhattan area, tri-state area. So they are now out of that,
Yeah.
and they are focusing solely on what they do without any consequences, like how it will affect or anything. Like the last episode, that scene of them reversing the sky was so nice to see. Like the screenplay and the animation of that was so nice. So they are taking all the boxes, I think, for a good show, and I hope it ends the way it has been going right now. It doesn't end badly or it doesn't disappoint any. So let's see how the fourth episode comes to be and how many. There are six episodes or
Yeah. Six
what?
episodes. Yeah.
Six episodes, right? So the final showdown is obviously gonna be in the sixth one,
Yeah.
but it's not like we know the final showdown is insane, but it's not disappointing. Like it's not they are not running out of money or anything in any the previous episode or the third or fourth episode.
Yeah.
So that's something nice because we always see like they keep studios keep their pockets full for the last final episodes,
Yeah.
and the previous one are like just monologues or everything. So let's see what happens with this one because all of the shows have been quality shows, and that's something we have to thank Kevin Feige for. I think equal to the screenwriters and the directors, Kevin Feige has a very big part to play in these things. And I told you before, like WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, I like each and every Marvel series that they have put, and same for this one. Like, kudos to them.
Yeah. Amrik Singh says it's not a Star Wars thing, it's a Zack Snyder thing. His next movie at Netflix, which is based on Star Wars and Seven Samurai. Okay. I heard about that. I've not heard about the casting for it. Sana says the moment I saw the first episode of Moon Knight, he became one of my favorite superheroes. It was amazing. Amik Singh says for the first time, the soundtrack of MCU project has stuck with me. That's how good the Moon Knight is. Ramel Har says there's probably one more identity which is more violent and dark, which is teased in episode
Yes.
not 2, 3. I think episode 3 they teased
3.
that. Yeah.
That is in 3.
The music score is brilliant too. I love that Egyptian music and culture they're
Yeah.
exploring.
Yeah.
It's really fun, and that makes me happy that with Miss Marvel, that hopefully they explore that culture very well. The MCU is going to have 3 mythologies: Norse, Greek, and Egyptian. Who do you think can be a choice if DC goes for a Constantine movie? Might take Tim Burton, James Wan, Scott Dickinson, Remy with a hard horror, maybe R-rated feel. I think
You can't have
the
all the directors.
Constantine, you have?
You can't have all the directors.
Yeah,
You
no,
have
he
to
said
choose
option.
one.
He get like slash or. I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
think
that
Tim Burton
the
is going to
Constantine
take
on DC TV, right? He's just amazing. That actor.
Yeah.
He just portrayed, and I think he even voiced Constantine in the animated show, if I'm not wrong.
I saw the live action Constantine movies with Keanu Reeves also.
Yeah.
Like that was something, if you remember, that it came out
Yeah.
a while back. It
I'd
had
seen
nothing to
some
do with
visuals of it.
DC.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with DC. It was just a separate movie itself.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, man, a horror Constantine movie can be something they can do in the Black Label. But that
Yeah.
actor has portrayed that character really well. Like he got it. Like it feels like he has come to life. That character from the comics. They definitely have used him. I think now he's not. The character is not there anymore. The actor is
I think
still on the
Justice
show.
League Dark Apocalypse War, the Constantine actor was voiced by the same actor.
Yeah. That was I really enjoyed that one. It was nice, between Justice League and all, Darkseid and all. Certainly, Constantine is your main kind of character. It's
Yeah,
quite
they focused
interesting.
on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole story for him was really interesting. You know. All right. Yeah, man. Moon Knight, really good. I think last episode the VFX and the editing was really off for me. A lot of places you could notice its VFX, but I think story wise I'm interested and looking forward to what's happening next. And also the other thing is that I've heard some people complaining that it's not that R rated and you know very different than normal Marvel shows. Like they want that Daredevil kind of thing, and it's like it's still Disney kind of show. Like they just show some blood some places, that's it. And like even the action
See,
on
you
the
can't have both
rooftop,
things,
it reminded
right?
me of Ekta Tiger.
You can't have both of the things, right? You can't have a Disney Plus show which is R-rated. I don't think that's ever gonna happen in the near future. They have a separate Hulu thing for that.
But they
I
got this
think,
now, defend like all the Netflix shows. So like I don't know. Maybe when they were shooting Moon Knight, it was not sure, so they just controlled.
see, future they are gonna bring Deadpool to the MCU, and obviously Deadpool is never gonna be
Blade.
PG-13. Blade is never gonna be PG-13. I don't think so. The movie title is Blade, like obviously it has everything to do with blood. So
There were rumors that
obviously,
we may see Blade in 4th or 5th episode. But it'd be really awkward to introduce that big of a
yeah.
character in a show that too is not of his.
See, there was another rumor that one of the Egyptian gods is gonna be the first vampire or something. Like she has a taste for blood, and she's gonna be the big bad for Blade to counter in this movie or series, whatever.
Yeah.
So let's see if that plays anywhere. But
Also,
I
people
don't
are
think
saying
Blade is gonna be
Daredevil will show up. I'm like, how?
Daredevil has
It's
nothing
like
to
no
do with Moon
connection
Knight.
to the narrative right now. So maybe a
Yeah.
post credit or
They're
something.
not even in America, right?
Yeah. First of all, it's in London, and then now they shifted to Egypt. So
Egypt, yeah.
Amik Singh says, "Do you think Loki will come back in Lord of Thunder?" I think we talked about it in the beginning, guys. We don't want that to happen, and I think Varun also said that he also wants it to be separate. Like, don't intermix with that. But I think that's it. We'll wrap it up here. We talked about all the pointers, I guess. Hopefully, we didn't miss anything. So, guys, that's it from our side. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, do like, subscribe. If you're watching the replay, do leave a comment below, and increase the engagement on the channel. And we'll be back with more stuff coming soon. Moon Knight reaction this week, and I think Thor trailer came out, so I think nothing else. And then Doctor Strange is coming, so our thoughts and live session will come back. So do join us for all of that. Ansh Kabila says Moon Knight is a character who can have kind of a Batfleck warehouse scene with itself was PG-13, and I don't see the hate against R-rated on Disney Plus, especially when India have Game of Thrones there. No, but that's different, right? It's different thing. Disney Plus Hotstar, that's the part of the Hotstar thing. So, but Disney Plus on US and all, they don't have those kind of things there. On their Twitter account, there was a drawing of Moon Knight, and in his shadows, there were Daredevil, Deadpool, Wolverine, and Spider-Man, Wonder Woman. What that means? Okay.
What?
I wonder what that means. Not Wonder Woman. Sorry.
I was so confused. I was so confused for a moment.
I don't know what's that about. But have you noticed like people were sharing that in the post-credit scenes, like not post-credit, the outro of the show, the moon keeps changing and the different visuals. It's evolving like when the show ends, the animation and all, right?
So there is this thing about him that he is the most powerful when there is a full moon. Moon Knight is the most powerful when there is a full moon, and his
Yeah.
power keeps changing
Yeah.
with respect to the shapes of the moon.
And
So
I think Varun even noticed in the show that every episode the moon is changing. Like they show the moon, like it's just
right.
a small crescent, and now it's increasing. But
See,
uh,
in the comics, Moon Knight is a separate personality. Like it's not Mark Spector wearing the suit. In the show, Moon Knight is Mark Spector wearing the suit, right?
yeah,
And in comics, Mark Spector is different, Moon Knight is different, and Mr. Knight, the personality with the white coat suit,
yeah,
he's different. He's a detective who works with the police, and
yeah,
Stephen
yeah,
Grant is different. So in the show, I love the fact that they have separated the suit thing with respect to the personalities. Like Mark Spector, the confident one, gets the Moon Knight, and Stephen Grant gets the powers, but with a different suit, like a proper British suit. Like
yeah,
because he's British, so he'll get a British suit with the proper
yeah,
three-piece jacket and everything, right? So he gets that, and the powers are same more or less. Like they're invincible, they don't get hurt and everything, and they have strength, super strength, and all that. So that's a very nice subtle way of saying that Britishers are more refined and everything. So that's something, and I am wondering like this third personality that they keep referring to, and who's
yeah,
more violent, what accent it's gonna have, like
yeah.
how more violent than you go with, than American. Like would it be a South American kind of a person, like a Florida kind of person? What kind of accent will he have? So
I'm mixing says I'm very excited for the third personality. Yes, so we'll be looking out for
same,
that.
same.
So that's it, guys, from us. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Keep geeking out.
Bye bye.